My biological mother had 3 kids at a very young age, then dropped us all off with my aunt. It wasn't even a legal adoption, she just signed a piece of notebook paper. My aunt had 3 kids of her own, so it was wild in that house. Summers without air, winters without heat. I loved her to death, but I can't say everything she did to keep us clothed and fed was exactly legal. She had this injury she claimed disability for that she never wanted to talk about. And she was a bit of a thief. On the first day of school, we go to the Salvation Army and swap our old clothes for the ones in the rack. My brothers started to model her behavior at a very young age. They drank a lot, they fought a lot, and they stole a lot. The whole town knew about us. So my first day of high school, my principal, Mr. Herring, pulled me aside and said, "I know your siblings, and I want you to know that we will not tolerate the same behavior from you." I was devastated. I'd stayed out of trouble my entire life. I was determined to prove that I was better than we. But apparently it hadn't worked, so I tried even harder. I got good grades. I threw myself into musicals and drama and journalism. I was even the first student to get sent to nationals for speech and debate. I did notice that some of my activities and trips were paid for, but I just assumed everyone got that kind of treatment. 3 weeks before graduation, I'm called to the principal's office again, and I'm horrified. Mr. Herring is quiet for 15 seconds before he says, "I've made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake a teacher could ever make. I judged you before I knew you, and for that I apologize." Then he got up, gave me a hug, and asked if I could speak at the graduation ceremony. I felt so seen in that moment. I did end up going back to work at the school as a speech coach. And I joked about how I never had to pay for anything. And the teacher I was talking to said, "Oh, all your teachers pitched in to pay for them, including Roger Herring."